Ghana Music Awards, and every year we see it escalate in quality. Now, this year, the categories are being keenly contested.
When it says category,
the categories very keenly contested, especially Artist of the Year. And we've seen in past times when some celebrities who thought it was going to be their year don't receive that award, how they behave. We've seen Kiddy walk out of the auditorium when he wasn't announced, and so on and so forth.
Well, I mean, for the Artist of the Year, Piesie Esther and Kweku Blacko, yeah, they stand up tall in that category. Earlier, in fact, Blacko had not been on the campaign.
That's right.
I thought that it was because everybody was saying, "Oh, Blacko has worked, Blacko deserves it, Blacko has earned it," you know. And then in comes Piesie Esther with the whole of the gospel fraternity. In fact, even the Church of Pentecost recently had an award scheme where they gave that to her, and you know, they asked the church members to push on. That was when I saw Blacko come in to say, "Look, I am still in the race. I've seen my sweat, my tears, blah blah blah, waxing lyrical and philosophical. But Charlie, Olusuga de Kakranka,
wow, she's been on the it's not campaign trail, is it? But of a sort, for weeks on end now. Although some people are saying, I didn't say it too. I didn't say it. Some people are saying that,
Which people?
They said.
They said,
yes.
So you have also saying.
They said, that, she needs to maybe just relax a little bit.
Piesie Esther.
Yeah.
She doesn't agree. She thinks that Charlie, it is my year.
Because I feel as though if she doesn't take that award home, she's going to be very disappointed.
Look,
I think she has to manage her expectations.
The Church of Pentecost put up a post about a few hours ago. It says it's time to show our support for the talented deaconess, Piesie Esther. She has been nominated for 7 awards: Best Artist of the Year, Best Gospel Artist of the Year, Best Gospel Song of the Year, Most Popular Song of the Year, Best Female Vocalist of the Year, Best Music Video of the Year, and Best Songwriter of the Year. Let's all rally behind our sister and daughter and help her bring these awards home. #Maximum Impact, #Possessing the Nation. This is the Church of Pentecost.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize she was up for just as even more awards than Stoneboy. Well, then she has a high chance of going home with something. It might not be Artist of the Year, but she should also feel proud to have been nominated in so many categories.
And then Blacko says, well, you have seen the ups and downs of my journey. I've had my lips shut and my eyes open over since I stepped into this game. Not changing today, not changing tomorrow. Let's go VGMA.
Oh, let's go VGMA.
Yeah, let's go VGMA.
I want to touch on what Blacko said very quickly about watching him toil. There's a saying that says an overnight success is something like 6 years in the making. What you might see as freshly baked has been in the oven cooking for a long time. And so I only recently discovered last year or so that Black Sharif had been trying to break into the industry. He'd gone for competition, so it's not an overnight sensation. He's been working hard behind the scenes. It's just now that we're seeing the toil shine.
Well, so the former PRO of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, George Quay of Image Bureau, he put on Facebook, I don't know, on Tuesday, that gospel people, posted in inverted commas, going around desperately doing all they can to influence, again in inverted commas, VGMA Academy and board members, worldly acts. Also in quotes, focusing on their fans as should be done. When we talk back, then gospel people ball, shaking my head. And then George Quay comes back to say, encourage your fans to vote, lobby them, always screamers, push them, screamer, beg, implore them, buy them credit, get them data, sing for them if you have to, go from house to house if you must. Just leave the board and academy alone to do their work. That's what George Quay is, a former PRO of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. But joining us on the phone line now is Piesie Esther, the woman who's been nominated for 7 different awards, and the Church of Pentecost is solidly behind her. Oyema, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It is a
hello.
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
That is a Piesie Esther. Adum. Tomorrow is the big day. At the end, what's running through your mind?
You know, Why is running through my mind? Yes, you see, I come across so I will be team and say, the boy Radin Pai say, Radibitna, Edam Bettayo. Now, you the COVID, now you be him at the end, you know, the Radibit me, I bless you. I mean, you know, many are you with him, so you're trying to say, Yamia, now you should be this.
Right.
Yeah.
Your church is solidly behind you to the extent that they put up a Facebook page post to suggest that the church, the whole church should go and support you so that you bring all the 7 awards home. How does that make you feel?
But I feel so blessed and feel so good about it, knowing that you are doing something and you got a support from your church. You know, it makes me feel so good and blessed too. So I'll use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to the Church of Pentecost for showing their support on me on the VGM day. Yeah.
And 7 awards, how many of them are you taking home?
In fact, it is my prayer that I'll bring the 7 awards because I've been nominated for 7 categories. So it is my prayer that I'll win all.
Hey, now you will bring all the 7 so that other competitors on bedding.
That's my prayer. You know, you ask me what I want.
Right,
so that is my prayer. And everybody who has been nominated on that side qualified to win.
You have been tipped to win Artist of the Year, but then some watchers, particularly George Quay, who's a former PRO of the VGMA, says that the gospel people are lobbying the board and the academy, while those in the world, if there's anything like that, that's how he puts it, are lobbying their fans and getting them to vote. Is that the case?
But the thing is there for us to vote. It's not about vote. Then lobbying too is, I don't think say will be lobby say BBB and BBB. It is something that is vote here. You have to try all that you can so that you can also win. So it's not what George Quay is saying there. Me myself, no, I don't get it. They said that I see you. Lobby. I mean, you are doing an hour. But just to say, since this VGMA, it is about Piesie Esther,
right.
And going around about talking about it. I mean, doing all sorts of things, including even T-shirts. If let's see, if Piesie have not been doing what I've been doing now, I think VGMA can cool. Will be our plan, but we are putting so much effort so that a bit to me, my answer who say, I didn't hear you know, you need you. I mean, you need what the effort you need you. It is about we as we promote at the end. I don't know why George Quay to say we are lobbying and those kind of. We are not lobbying. Yes, we are doing what we're supposed to do.
You'll be the third born from the gospel fraternity if you win the Artist of the Year tomorrow. Joe Mettle, Diana Hamilton, and then you.
Yeah.
What does that tell you after that long drought of VGMA? Suddenly it looks like the gospel front is coming up so strong. The musical compositions, the videos. I mean, look at all the top categories. Oh, baby. What does that tell you?
It's telling us that now the gospel, we are taking the gospel to the next higher level. In fact, Yemia break. And maybe you first no, you not see gospel doing some of the things, but now no, Yemia break. Say Bibi Wawa, what say you need to that is the kingdom of God. So we are preparing. I mean, fully prepared. Say we are taking the gospel to the next higher level. Yes.
Your name say what the ofa pa. Piesie and Shada. No monsieur, drink
Oh,
water.
really?
Drink water, drink water, drink water.
My God.
Echina ni abefa ne line bang.
Oh, in fact, it will surprise everybody that it's just cool. I mean, it's just cool, cry. They are so from Brel, Boko.
And you giddy biasa.
When you giddy cry, Brel. It will even surprise you. You will see Piesie and you say, oh, Piesie. I mean, like, seriously, yes. Yes, and you will be giddy cry. It's something that will even surprise you.
I know you'll be on the stage tomorrow performing. What should your fans come expecting?
They should come and expect that God will use us to bless so many people. I mean, why you a song be a reflect to the brabom. So they should pray for me. Na a fire and so na on fa any dear and I say aboto yemu any gaso and there will be biara or beba yami adumatina will video in honor. So they shouldn't expect anything that the presence of God. Yes.
I see. You have in the Artist of the Year Black Sheriff, Stone Boy, Sarkodie, King Promise, Kamido, Kiddy, Joe Metal. This is a very, very serious category. Obi owo hu biano, me find so a last killer.
That's right.
And you are the only woman amongst them. Tell me something.
And that thing alone. I mean, that one alone. I was here the man alive.
Say why you
Yasantua or damn men. Yasantua damn men. Being in the gospel music industry or ministry for 20 years. I mean, I think the last year I'm celebrating 20 years. Artist of the Year, no. Simple.
Opa, simple. Yo, Mati.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the Piesie. Now, before you go, me say, oh, high life, pa, so high life artist of the year.
High life artist of the year. In fact, but your nominees near
Kale boy, nominees near high life artist of the year.
High life artist of the year. There is Abiana. There is Kwame Eugene. There is Akwabwa. And then there is Kofi Kinata.
Abiana,
Kwame Eugene, Akwabwa, Kofi Kinata.
Somebody would deserve it.
Okay, but maybe our last question. Say Black Odia, why say Obao? Black Sheriff. And Janet, Mammy, oh, my banning winning award, no.
And a mammy winning award, the Bay winning award.
Piesie, thank you so much for talking to us. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you for calling me.
I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you, my dear.
My mother has not won the award. How can the son? Caleb D. Boy is joining us, host of Showbiz 360 927 story, and then also producer for Black Rastas. The bald-headed, slightly pot-bellied. The king,
son of
Gamashi.
So Johnny, is Caleb the head of entertainment?
Oh no,
because we have head of news, and we know who that is.
Yeah, the head of news is Alfredo Cancer.
Yes, I think this is the
Say
head.
the head,
comma
of news.
Now I'm being teased.
It's a small initiation into the sunrise.
The headphones are breathing. Hey.
Oh boy.
Happy birthday to... Well, so let's connect on the phone line with another individual who plays within the gospel fraternity. He is a media personality as well, but he is seen to be one of the champions of gospel music and the gospel fraternity. Obi Nati joins us on the phone line now. Obi, good morning. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Johnny. Good morning to you and your listeners.
Great. I'm sure that you have seen a post by George Quay indicating that people within the gospel fraternity are influencing board and academy members of the VGMA so that things tilt in their favor, while those in the world, if you will, as he put it, are reaching out to their fans to vote for them. What do you say to this?
Johnny, once again, thank you. I've seen the post. I've reacted to it personally, but I think that that comment is unfortunate. If you look at the scheme is made up of three major categories of people who have influence to determine who becomes who. First of all, let's see, the board members, then the academy, and then we have those who vote publicly to get whoever nominated to win the award. So it's important that as an industry player or industry players, you have to find ways of canvassing for vote for any of the artists that you feel should be in there or should win it. And it's just as if I'm telling you to vote for me. I don't know how he wants to describe the lobbying to it. If he has any concrete evidence of the lobbying going on, and even if it's lobbying is not anything criminal. So to say that I want people to vote for a certain artist, and that makes it a sin, or that makes it criminal, or that makes it illegal, or makes it disadvantage to the others. All this thing boils down to interest. And I remember seeing that it was just until the last closing hours of the voting that I saw some of the artists posting for their fans to vote for them. And I asked, are they interested in the award scheme? If they are interested, what have they done towards it? You can clearly see that those who are interested are those who are playing out the game well. And I think it's very fair. I don't see why he should be crying foul. And I don't want to put any value on the comment, because the comment itself that has no substance. It doesn't hold. And I don't know why George of his caliber. And you see, when we make such comments, then again we put the entire board, the entire academy and the respective light. Are they corrupt? Is that the practice? Do they take anything to favor other artists? It puts the credibility of the scheme into some questions.
Obi, are you not reacting too hard because George puts these words, gospel, fraternity, the world, blah, 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 in inverted comments? So perhaps you're reacting too hard? No?
Unfortunately, that comment would have been, in fact, it would have been a very laughable comment. But look at the spin is given to the gospel industry. I don't know whether you've monitored the comments coming from his post, and even some bloggers and websites picking up the story. This is a worldly thing. They are supposed to be concentrating on soul winning. Why are gospel people lobbying? And you see, and it puts us or those within that space in a certain light. And like I'm saying, if you don't want to sell a certain perception to people, why do you even write it? Because don't forget, Johnny, if you should go and write a certain funny comment, there are people that I trust will take it serious. And it shouldn't come from him. Maybe like you say, it was just for fun. But now look at where it's gotten to. I don't know whether you've monitored the media things that post came. Everybody is talking about it.
Right.
Why are gospel people lobbying? To the extent that even yesterday on 8 FM, I overheard that the comment was found that, have we been paid by the artists to do that lobbying job? What kind of perception are you selling? And that's my point. So that it doesn't become as if people have the power to influence the board or the academy. And that's unfortunate.
What is your interest in all of this lobbying? Why would you want to lobby? What's your interest?
I think it's like I said, it's as equal as canvassing for votes for any of the artists that I have interest in. And if I'm a gospel industry gatekeeper, why wouldn't I be happy to see my gospel people win the award? I've always told people that we shouldn't demonize award schemes. Award schemes are promotional elements that help an artist for evangelism, for other things in the church. So I will be happy to see a gospel artist who has worked hard, who has earned the applause of many to win the award. And I would go out there to talk to anybody to help canvas for votes. And that's what we're doing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you think that the gospel fraternity is being crowded out of these award schemes?
Well, like I said, I've always been an advocate to change that perception as though that's the focus. No, that's not it. We're not. We want. It's an industry, and we are part of it, and we need to make relevant impact. We need to also sell ourselves. It's a market area, so we can't be quiet. We can't be in an obscure place. We can't be in the dark and say this is what we do. We're not interested. No, we have to play in there, and we have to play to win. Because even the Bible says that we should go out there and take possession. We are the ones supposed to take dominion. So if we're supposed to take dominion and there's a scheme that will help an artist or a gospel artist, why don't we have to participate? It shouldn't be the focus, but we should have interest and participate in there. I don't think we've drifted from our call. We're crowded by any award. We have to be there, and we're there, and we play it out well with so much integrity, respect, discipline. We'll make sure we win it, and that's what we are in for.
Are you confident that Piesie Esther will emerge as artist of the year?
Absolutely confident. If you look at on the category definition, if you look at it or read it, you will notice that she fits into every line of the category definition, and she's been outstanding. Hear me, it is not a foreign award. This is a local award that appreciates hardworking Ghanaian gospel music, Ghanaian musicians, so to say. And if she's part of it, then she deserves it. If she's there, she's been nominated, then I think that PSA is taking the artist of the year, God willing, tomorrow, and we'll give glory to God on Sunday and on Saturday and on Monday and on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the next Sunday as well.
If it doesn't happen, what would Obi do?
If it doesn't happen, that like I said, it's not the focus. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Whoever takes it, the person also went hard. I would see the whole thing is to project the Ghanaian musician. What are we doing as Ghanaians? And if we're doing well, if another artist should win it, why not? We have two people in there. We have Joe Metal in there. We have PSA in there. And I'm rooting for any of them to win. Any of them can win, and I'll be happy if any of them win. If PSA wins, fair enough. If Joe Metal wins, fair enough. I'm happy.
Obi Nate, thank you very much. He's a gospel enthusiast. Thank you very much, here. Great.
3FM Sunday.
Me boy.
Johnny?
You have heard. See something, say something.
Yeah. I've actually been following this conversation since it started, but it didn't start today. And I'm actually surprised how people are making it look like this man actually began all this lobbying thing just yesterday. It happened in 2017 when Joe Better won. It happened clearly. And 2 years ago when Diana Hamilton won, that was the strategy. Listen, when the nominations were released, it was looking like Kidio. 3 weeks to the event and everything started changing. And it's clear. At a point, you have to understand that lobbying is part of the game. So if you don't lobby, you don't get to win. At the end of the day, we've all been nominated. 8 artists in one category. We all have the same level. But one thing should separate yourself from myself. And that is the lobby that they are doing.
I see. But are they doing it the right way?
If you say right way,
in fact, that's what I was asking. For the uninitiated, when you say lobbying, paint a picture for us. What does that look like?
Okay, so they reach out to academy members and say, look, if you are going to vote, kindly consider my artist as in PC because she has done this, she has done this, she has done that. Now, as academy member, now the choice is on you to decide whether to go their way or your way.
Can somebody consider that influencing? So you've gone beyond lobbying to influence because every other manager, team member would go to an academy member and say, my artist has also done XYZ. So where does the line of lobbying stop and then influencing starts?
Helen, there is no influence in here.
Okay.
So, but lobbying is to influence.
Yeah, but I mean,
in public relations, what we were taught in school.
The way we are making it look like they are trying to induce people to do things their way, but that is not the case.
Inducing people is a different thing. If I'm able to persuade you with my words, and I'm able to point you to focus on my artist, and to make a decision, because to become artist of the year, you need a part of the board, the academy, and the public vote, right? Great. Now, if I'm able to get you to tilt towards my artist, I've been able to influence you.
Yes, but we're not saying it's a bad thing.
Yes, no, but
we're not saying there's money involved. You're not treating anybody.
There is no money, but what I'm trying to say is we shouldn't make the whole thing look like they are doing something extraordinary that hasn't happened before.
Okay.
You see, it's a game. We are all playing the game. The very moment the three of us get into a category, we are all fighting for one thing.
Why do you think the others have been so laid back and now?
Good
PSC
question,
is the
Helen.
one
Good
who's
question.
going
Listen,
the rounds?
Johnny, on Tuesday, I began this thing on Facebook and I noticed that apart from PC, all the artists who have been nominated for the Artist of the Year category, they're not posting. And I go like, yo,
Black Hole posted.
Stonebwoy posted
Eventually.
last night.
that was
also.
after we've given him some fire.
Right.
At the end of the day, VGMAs is the biggest music festival we have in this country.
That is true. This is our Grammys.
Exactly. So if you post it one way or the other, you are supporting the scheme. True or yes?
That's
That's
right.
true.
Thank you. So if you're not posting, it means you do not support the thing one way or the other.
What kind of this thing true or yes? So whichever way you are supporting.
I no. Caleb does provide an interesting perspective.
Yeah, he puts it there.
Because if others are in that category, if you really care about it, any competition you're in, you want to also
You should-
show
exactly.
that, hey, I've been nominated. Oh,
I
guys,
support
check
it.
it out,
Exactly, thank
and
you.
then that will elevate it. But I think also because she has also the energy with which she has put, maybe it's intimidating for her peers in that category.
From day one, PSC made it look like she wanted the award. The very day it was announced,
She's not shy to say.
no. She's been open about it. The rest, shush. And what actually hurts me the most, Black Sherif is on stage on Saturday. Sarkodie is on stage. Kim Promise is on stage. Kamido is on stage. And these are people who, apart from the top two, one could say, look, if there should be any surprise, the surprise will be coming from Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, Kamido, because these three actually worked hard last year. So if you are not coming to the party by showing support for the scheme, right? Next time when they release their albums or EP, they'll come and tell you, oh, the industry is not supporting. How do you want the industry to support? You want us to be posting your artworks. You want us to be posting your streaming links. All this thing is part of the support your own agenda we've been talking about.
I agree that one of my professors would actually tell you that, look, if you do not do one thing or the other to sustain the school that you attended, when the school collapses, your certificate will be worthless, because when they ask you, okay, which school do you attend? I say, I have a certificate. Go and show us where the school is.
School is gone.
But on the flip side, let me play devil's advocate
It's the
for
same
a
thing for
brief moment. You know what we're like? Sometimes, when we put when artists really put their heart out there and they don't win, you guys really on social media, they can laugh at you from May to December.
But it's part of the game.
So I'm seeing more and more artists shield themselves, because if you show like you want it and you don't get it, and that's how Ghanaians are. When you don't win,
but the point is that, but the point, like Caleb said, you need to put your best foot forward.
Straight.
You are part of the thing, the scheme, whether you like it or not. I mean, and to think that you have to submit your work in order for it to be considered, for you to be part of the shortlisted. So you have gone through the process already.
No, but hold on. Even if you don't submit, the organizers can pick your works after they finish categorization.
But they will
reach out to you.
They will still seek, yeah.
So you will give them your approval before they release the works.
But so the bottom line is that right from the get-go, you have given them some green light that I like it. Mepe. Minya mepe. So how is it that now the shortlist has been put out there with short codes and all of that? And you are not so where?
I didn't see my body. Why should I be posting for you to vote for
tomorrow,
me, Charlie?
what do you expect, B-boy?
Good show. As usual. I think we should be looking out for Oforian Ponsan. It's been a while we saw him on
Pastor Lewa.
Yeah. Hey, please.
But that's why
No, but he's not my pastor, is he?
Yeah, but I said Pastor Lewa. He doesn't have to be your pastor.
No, I mean,
Is he your pastor?
I didn't say Mayo. I said he's no more. He's no more.
But we know him as Pastor Lewa too.
You do?
One of the aliases.
Okay, so I've always known him as Mr. All For Real.
Mr. All For Real.
Yeah.
At
All
some
For
point in
Real.
his life, he said he was a pastor.
Let's
Please.
move on, John. Your person.
So I'm actually eager to see Ofori on stage. I'm eager to see Kwabena on stage. Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, Black Sherif. Well, maybe something else, because it's usually the same old thing. Come on stage, there is smoke all over. They move from one side of the stage to the other. There is nothing extraordinary. So this year I'm actually looking at what they will bring on stage tomorrow. If it's going to be something new, well, the stage craft to, basically that.
But Caleb, do you think that people are getting a bit bored with our awards? It's getting a bit stale. It's the same old vibe.
I think the three music actually changed that perception.
Yeah.
Some years ago, that was how it was looking like. Because when you go, it's just a stage, there's a podium, people come and perform, or sit down, mean you, then they go, the next person, then the next person goes, they come and give award, then we go.
Yeah.
But from 2018 to like last year, the Three Music Awards gave us a different perception about awards. The kind of styling they do, the kind of sets they believe. In fact, last year they had to build 3 different sets in the same show. So it has given us hope that it is possible. It could be done.
Yeah.
And it is being done. Just that the Three Music this year, small thing come for. So they couldn't do the awards. So this year, it's on the VGMAs to actually come to the party more. We know them. They've done it for like 24 years. So
That's
this is not anything new. But we expect something extraordinary this year, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's okay.
You know, Usuru say exactly. I mean, Uka say Bedia, what you say? Say if it will be good or not. So I just say good is for better to send exactly any other ones. Exactly. But they were quite young for 2012, right? And now the two Ghana for him to say in 1 month or so. And